The role of the instructor. We must start here. We must start with the role of the assistant instructor. Because to be an instructor, you should have covered at least 50 to 100 hours of assisting to understand the role of the instructor. So first, the role of the assistant instructor. The role of the assistant instructor is this: to assist the instructor, to be an asset to that instructor's class. So the role is quite simple. As an assistant instructor, you assist the instructor and you make sure you're an asset to that class. Never a liability. So how does this work? If a student is coming to class late or inches late, and the instructor needs you to warm them up, of course you should know how to do that. Or the instructor has to separate the class into smaller groups and assigns you a group. You should be able to handle that. Or if we're short of staff, the phones are ringing, you may have to answer the phone. Or a prospective student or a parent of a prospective student enters in the middle of a class, the instructor cannot stop to deal with that parent or prospective student. So you should be able to handle that also. So it's not just sitting around or standing around following the instructor, okay, and correcting a chamber here or a hand position there. Assisting the instructor encompasses a lot. And you should learn all of it, because when you are an instructor, you should be able to handle all of it. So now, getting to the main point, what is the role of the instructor? So there are many roles, but the primary role of the instructor is this: to prepare all the students for testing. That is the primary role. Doesn't matter what level, what age, what capabilities, what handicap. You must be able to prepare all the students. And it means every student, all of the students, for testing. This is where many instructors get lost. They forget the role and the goal would go hand in hand. If you're not preparing a student for testing, then what are we doing? Some say, well, we're teaching them some special skills they need. We're teaching them something that they need to work on. No, they need to work on the curriculum. That's why there's a curriculum. Yes, you can spend a lot of time working on a front kick. But there's front kick in Tiger 1, there's front kick in Hapkido 1, there's front kicks in a lot of forms, drill the form. Yes, you can work with them on how to fall if they're at their level. But also, guess what? If they're doing techniques, they're going to be falling. So we got to make sure that we stay in alignment with the curriculum, because the curriculum is the blueprints. The blueprints. So when you're teaching a class or teaching a student, the master assumes that you're following the blueprint, because the blueprint is the mold. We know what we're going to get if we follow this process. If the instructors just do what they think is right, or what they feel is right, and they veer off course, it's going to cost the student. It's going to cost the master. It's going to cost the school. Because by the way, if students do not feel they're progressing, sooner or later, they stop being students, including parents. If parents feel, my child's not really improving much, after a while, they're not going to consider your class very important, okay? Or the school worthwhile. They're going to say, maybe we should try baseball. Maybe try soccer. So now, why does that happen? It does happen. All over America, that happens. But why? Why does the martial arts all of a sudden get pulled down to the same category as baseball and soccer, okay, and ballet, when we're not? Okay, we are completely different, and the value cannot be compared. But that happens when the instructors don't understand the role and the goal. That happens when instructors veer off the course, off the path. When you're going off the path, you mislead the student, and many students get lost. And when students get lost, some of them never find their way again, ever. So we have guidelines, we have curriculum, we have structure to how we teach, what we teach, and when, and even who we teach. So we have to use all of that to stay on track, to stay on course. Because when the parent sees their child go from yellow to pre-yellow, they go, look, he's really improving. When they see that child go from orange to green, they go, look how much he's improved. Because the parent does not see that his balance improved immensely. The parent does not see that, wow, his agility really changed. You would think they do, but they don't. They don't have the trained eye. They just see he's doing the same thing. He's doing these punching and these kicks. That's all he's doing in these forms. He's not learning anything new, which isn't the case. But if the parent does not have a martial arts background, or well, at least a real martial arts background, because some have a background of fake martial arts, they don't know it. But if they have a real background of martial arts, they say, okay, wait, I can see this. I see the progress. I understand the progression. But the average parent does not see that. What do they see? White, yellow, orange, green. That's what they see, right? And they also see when the kid gets out there and performs their movements with confidence and determination, then they go, wow, now I see. But other than that, if the student does not test, the parent does not see that. But also, the child doesn't see it. The child understands this. I got a yellow belt. They don't understand that they couldn't do one push-up in day one, and now they're doing 10. They don't understand that. They don't notice, and most of them even really care. The child doesn't understand that they got more flexible, more agile, more confident. No. They understand this, I want that blue belt. Or I want to be a red belt. Or I want to be a black belt. So, testing is crucial for the success of a martial arts school, but also for the progress of the student. Because all these little goals, step to step to step to the next level, we train the student how to set goals and how to work for it, okay? And how to accept the challenge and overcome it and be prepared for the next challenge. That's martial arts training. Besides, progress equals happiness for most people. Think about that. Progress equals happiness. So if they can't see they're making progress, they're not feeling fulfilled. They're not feeling happy. And what happens? Eventually they disappear. That's what happens. So preparing the student for testing, whether it's a child or adult, is much more than giving them the curriculum. It's much more than say, okay, you got the form. Okay, good. You got the techniques. You're ready for testing. No. They may not be ready for testing. They may have the form. They may have the techniques, all the required skills, time, whatever it is. But that does not mean they're ready for testing. That just means they have as much as the curriculum they need for their next level. That's it. But being ready is something else. Being ready is like being enrolled. Being enrolled means this. Oh, I got this. Oh, I want to do this. I can't wait. I'm ready for that. Okay, I earned this. There's a big difference. Just like signing somebody up. People think that, that you're supposed to sign people up. And when you sign them up, you go to school, or how many people you sign up. No. You can sign up 500 people and lose 499. Why? Because enrollment means this. You awaken something deep inside of them that sends this brightness to the whole being where they get excited. Like, I gotta do this. I need to do that. I can't wait to do this. That's for me. Think about it. You can speak to some of the masters here. Okay, you can speak to Master Betty. I know her exact words. When she came, wanted to do martial arts. I spoke with her. And we had the trial month back then also, the trial month, because I wasn't too sure about everybody. And she said this, I want the black belt program. I want to sign up now. That's for me. 20 years later, still here. That's enrollment, see? Not signing people up, that's enrollment. So now, testing. We don't sign people up for testing. That doesn't work. They have to be enrolled. So how do we do that? How do we do this? Besides teaching the block, the punch, the kick, and the technique. Okay, which is okay, right? But that's the physical body, right? That's the physical body and the mental realm, okay? They got a condition, they learn the movements, they understand, they memorize the form, okay, that's there, right? But that's the physical and the mental. But now, to enroll them, we must go beyond that to soul, spirit, emotional, and the spiritual. What's that mean? How do we do this? When you are training a student, once again, they do movement. And it's correct. You say, correct. They're working hard, right? Whatever they're doing. Excellent, good job. We give constant positive reinforcement. Some people have never been told, you're awesome, all their life. Some people haven't been told, good job, since they were in the second grade, maybe. Think about that for a moment. People go to work, they go home, they go to social events, they go to the gym, maybe, they go to the park running, they go shopping. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, a week, a month. How often do you think someone actually looked at them like they mattered, focused solely on them, and said, that was really good, you're doing great, you're doing a phenomenal job, you're awesome, you're improving immensely, you have some real talent. Think about that. Now, I'm not saying being fake or phony, okay, because fake and phony don't cut it. You can't enroll people being fake or phony. Real martial arts is based on authenticity. Authentic martial arts teachers are authentic in more ways than one, right? Because the soul will pick up the truth. So when we're doing this, it must come from your soul to their soul, your heart to their heart. That's the difference. Enrollment. Now what happens? With that positive feedback, they are like more motivated, moving even sharper, and every part of their being is taking in what you said. I'm awesome. I'm improving rapidly. Which means what? Also their confidence being built. So then when I go, okay, you're ready to test. What happens? Bing! What happens? They've been working, they've been sweating, they've been focusing, okay? They've been going over hurdles and obstacles. And each time, the instructor's telling them, good job, keep going. You're doing awesome, phenomenal, outstanding, impressive. As an instructor, just as a warrior must have a set of weapons that he knows, that she knows is there. Dagger, short sword, 9mm, long rifle, whatever it is, hand grenade. Just making this up. I don't have these here. Okay, so why? Because when you go to battle, you want to know what you can rely on and be masterful at using them. So the same thing with words. Remember what I said in the past. You can read for yourself the Bible in the book of Psalms. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. Another one, you are fed by the fruit of your lips. Another one, the tongue breaks the bones. This is a few out of hundreds. So, your words, your mouth, your tongue have the power to build or destroy. Words have the power to start wars or generate peace. So as an instructor, you must have your arsenal of words that you can use, your tools to build a student. You can't just pull them out of your butt. Okay, pull them out of space. You have to sit down and you have to train. Good job. Write that down, one of them. Very good job. There's another one. Outstanding. There's another one. Ooh, impressive. There's another one. That's just 4. You need a minimum of 8. Of 8. So you can put them out there. Bang, bang, bang. As soon as you need them. Because why? When they get hit with those 8, over and over and over again, let's say only even just 16 times, okay? 16 times, you got positive feedback coming directly at you. Again, directly at you. Again, directly at you. And then the instructor says, you're ready for testing. How do you think that lands? Powerfully. The student becomes involved. They go home that day. Oh, I'm getting ready for my next test. Man, I'm gonna get my next belt. Motivated. And you even see the difference in their training. I see the difference in your training. You can always tell when testing's coming up, who's testing. You can always tell. But there's a different energy in everything they do. Their level of focus, their level of determination, how much time they spend training, their seriousness, it's obvious they're getting ready. Let me tell you something, by the way. As an instructor, you should not be that way. What am I saying? It should not be, oh, look, all of a sudden, oh, what? Look, his training's different now. Or her training's different now. Not your instructor, because you should be getting ready all the time. Because black belt in itself means this: the master got you ready. By the time you get your black belt, the master brought you all the way up. Now, you may think you did it. No, you participated. You put a lot into there. But the master did almost every aspect. You just don't realize yet. He got you ready. By the time you're black belt, it's like you were wound up. Wound you up, and now you are ready. You need to keep going on your own. You need to stay enrolled as an instructor, because if you're not enrolled, you can't enroll another. Think about that. Just like if you're not motivated, how are you going to motivate somebody else? So you must stay enrolled. You must be enrolled every time you're in front of a class. You must be motivated to teach that class, motivated, right, for the students' progress, excited to take those students to the next level, because soul to soul, they will feel that. They will feel if it's there or if it's missing. And if it's missing, eventually, students will be missing also. So, the role of the instructor is to assist every student, to prepare every student, to raise every student to the point that they're ready for testing. Because as they test, they will keep improving. They will keep improving. If they don't test, if 6 months, 8 months, a year goes by, no, they're not really progressing because they're not getting what they need. The instructor is not motivating them. The instructor is not pushing them. The instructor is not raising them. The instructor is not enrolling them. That is your goal as an instructor. Now, just as the role of the assistant instructor is to assist the instructor, the next role of every instructor is this: to assist the master. Plain and simple. So you work from here on. Think about how can you keep yourself enrolled and motivated? Because you will need the same tools to keep the student motivated and enrolled. Think about, what are the words in your arsenal? And for many people, it's challenging to do that, to give that kind of positive feedback. It's challenging because most people didn't get it themselves. And yes, it's hard to give something you haven't gotten a lot of. But as an instructor, you must always evolve, improve, and be willing to transform your being. And now, as you get better at delivering that positive instruction, you must also begin to get better at delivering the same thing to yourself. You You must be able to tell yourself, great job, outstanding, I'm proud of you, phenomenal, impressive, you really surprised me, better than I thought. Yes, many have a hard time doing this also. But as an instructor, just as you have to keep training, because you have to keep improving, otherwise you become obsolete. This is part of training. You have to keep growing it and evolving as a human being to be a great instructor. So for you, understanding this, the same way you must practice your kicks, your forms, your punches, your math skills, stretching, everything, the same way you must practice that. All the physical stuff, you gotta practice. Also, setting yourself positive reinforcement. You must have a set of words or weapons. A set of words that you can deliver to yourself. It's going to change your physiology, change your mindset, change your emotional being, change your spiritual energy. If you can do that, then you're on the right path, the right road, the right way to progressing and raising not only your own emotional and mental state of being, not only your character, but also your abilities of being an extraordinary instructor. Train well.